Okay, guys, we're excited to be back for this week's episode of T-Bird Talk. Welcome to everybody. We have a great show for you today, and we're excited to get started.
Hey guys, so for this week's events, on Friday and Saturday we have our regional volleyball at Campbell County. Cheyenne East's first game is on Friday at 1 and it's against Sheridan. Also on Friday we have our home playoff game for football at 6 p.m. versus Campbell County. The theme is decades, so seniors will be 50s, juniors will be 70s, sophomores 80s, and freshmen will be 90s. So best of luck to all of our teams this week.
Awesome. Thanks, Sid. And we're winding down, so we don't have a lot of events this week. We're kind of winding down to all of our culminating events, and some of our fall sports have finished. And so, like you said, best of luck to all our squads playing. As far as for our events last week, our volleyball team, they finished their regular season. They played South and Laramie. They beat South 3-0 and played Laramie on Friday. The South game was on Thursday. They played Laramie on Friday, and they lost 0-3, but those were 3 tight games. We're kind of closing the gap with them. Really, Laramie and Kelly Walsh are the only 2 teams we've lost to, aside from one loss to Natrona throughout the season. We're 21-6 right now going into regionals and have secured the number 3 seed for the regional volleyball tournament, as you stated, up in Gillette on Friday and Saturday. Our girls swim team, they competed at the conference tournament at South. East finished 4th overall. These kids have just been improving like crazy throughout the year, and we had some top finishers. Sydney Sawyer got 2nd in the 500 free and 4th in the 200 IM. Shannon Bailey got 6th in the 100 breast, and Georgia Yates placed 4th in diving. Our football team had their last regular season game versus a tough Rock Springs team. It was for the number 1 seed going into the playoffs, and we had our second loss of the year. We lost 31-15. It was a heck of a game. It was closer than the score. We drove, we were hard. Rock Springs was hard to stop, and we were able to drive on them quite often as well. But they had some key 4th down stops on us. But with that loss, we ended up being the number 3 seed for the playoffs that are starting this week, as you've heard. And then our cross-country team, they finished their season. They had the state cross-country meet, and they capped off the season with a hard-fought state championship meet. The girls finished 6th with top 20 performances by Michaela Trujillo, who's 14th. Molly Madsen was 15th, and Emma Smith 19th. On the boys' side, Jonathan Christensen led the boys' team to a 9th place finish, and he finished individually at 18th place. So great job to our cross-country runners, and congratulations on them finishing their fall season. And then just a little side note, our freshman football team, they played in the Gelding Championship game in Campbell County. And what's kind of crazy about this, it was a tough game, and we ended up losing by 2 touchdowns. But it was the 9th championship game appearance for our freshman football team in the last 12 years since joining the Gelding League. And so the Gelding leads a freshman league that we have for football, basketball, and volleyball. And our freshman football team entered the league, I think, in 2009, and so they've been in 9 championship games in the 12 years that they've been part of the league. So great job to them. So super job to all of our teams that participated last week.
Hey guys, so we are very excited to have Mr. Kirshner, our East High Associate Principal, to the show.
Hi, Mr. Kirshner.
Hello. Hello, everybody.
How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Thank you.
Good. Well, we obviously have you on the show. We want to have we have some questions for you. We want to learn a little bit about you and share that with our audience. We have some tough principal questions, and then we have some pretty easy questions for you as well to kind of get a little bit of your background going.
Okay. Hopefully you lob me an easy one to get started.
Exactly.
Okay.
We will. I'll go ahead and start, and Sid and I will just kind of go back and forth and shoot them at you.
All right. Sounds good.
So share with us how long you've been a principal here at East High School.
It hasn't been too long. This is my 4th year.
And go ahead and tell us what you did before then.
So I was a math teacher.
A math teacher here at East High School.
Yep. For 11 years, I think.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yep.
What subject? Oh, like what kind of math?
I did a little bit of everything. I taught a lot of algebra. Love me some algebra. Taught a lot of geometry, algebra 2, college algebra and trig. So a little bit of everything.
Pretty much everything.
Yeah.
I haven't utilized that resource enough for my own kids when they ask me 8 o'clock at night, I do have your cell phone. I should utilize that more
You
often.
should. I do get a call every once in a while. And then also my own personal children only ask me for help if it's an emergency.
Yeah,
'cause
I'm
they're
sure.
like, oh my God.
I'm not going to ask my dad.
Yeah,
Exactly.
exactly. And then I think I make them nervous. I don't know why. I'm just a really approachable person, but I think I make them nervous.
That's funny.
So what do you enjoy most about being a principal at East?
It's just the staff and the kids.
That's cool.
East is just a building without the people, so it's the people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
And you talked about your kids already, but tell us a little bit about your family and kids. How many kids do you have? So on and so forth.
Yeah, so I got 3, which I don't know. I still question that sometimes. Maybe we should have stopped at 2, but don't tell my youngest child that. But yeah, I've got 3. So I've got Clara, who's a student here at East. I got Ellie, who's a student at Cary Junior High, and then Miles, who's an elementary school student. So.
And what grade's Miles in now?
He's a 5th grader.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yep. So you got a little bit of time ahead of you still.
Yeah, we do.
What brought you to Cheyenne?
Both my wife and I grew up in a small town in western Nebraska called Alliance, Nebraska, home of the Bulldogs Go Big Blue. And when all of our graduating class was going to the University of Nebraska at Lincoln, because that was the kind of that was the thing you did if you went to high school in Nebraska, we decided to go a separate path. So we came over to Laramie and went to UW, and we both got our first jobs in Cheyenne. So we've just kind of been here ever since.
That's cool.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So are you Cornhusker fans? I don't think I've
we
ever asked you in all the years I've known you.
Yeah, we are. So you should know that we have a ton of clothing that's been cut down the middle and then sewed back together. So I have a couple of T-shirts that are half UW, half Cornhusker. I have a blanket, stadium blanket that's UW on one side, Nebraska
Nice.
on the other. And every once in a while they get to play each other. So
Yeah.
we try and make it to those games.
Interesting. I can't believe I've never even talked about that because
Yeah.
Nebraska fans are kind of crazy.
They a little bit, yeah.
What are your hobbies or things outside of school that you do that you enjoy?
Well, a lot of people don't know this, but I'm a closet woodworker. So in my garage, I have kind of a woodworking shop set up, and I like to build furniture and other little stuff. And so, yeah,
That's cool. That must
yeah.
be handy.
it is good pun there. It is.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah.
It's very handy. Yeah. But I just enjoy that. That's my Zen kind of stuff to
Kind of your release.
decompress and yeah.
And also handy for when you need things around the home, I guess.
Yeah, exactly.
That's another good thing to know.
Exactly.
I guess do you do things for other people?
Sometimes, but I don't want word to get out. Like,
Yeah.
we have to be quiet about this because
Absolutely.
pretty soon people will be like, "Can you make me a table and a cutting board and a,
Yeah.
It's no, that's why I'm a closet woodworker.
Yeah, that's fun
Yeah,
stuff.
I do it for family mostly, so it's nice.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay, kind of an easy question. What's your favorite color?
Columbia blue.
That's
Blue.
It's a
good
little bit of a
answer.
rhetorical question there, I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah, we've so far we haven't had to throw anyone off the interview, but that's kind of the question that
That's
we're,
good. Hey,
we're either
while
going
we're
to
on this
continue
subject,
or you're off.
While we're on the subject, can we right a wrong? Like, can I take just a couple of seconds to right a
Absolutely.
wrong? Okay. Clara Kirschner, a 10th grader at East High School, has a pair of Birkenstocks that are our favorite pair of Birkenstocks. And I don't know what in the heck is wrong with her. I don't know if this certain color was on clearance or what the deal was, but she bought the dang things and they are definitely like candy apple red. So
Wow.
to anybody who's listening, would you please convince Clara Kirsten to throw those darn things away and get some proper shoes, some proper footwear?
I agree 100%. And if
Okay.
I see him, I might actually throw her down and pull them off her feet.
Good. That sounds good to me.
That's good to know.
Yep.
Good to know. Oh, that's funny stuff. So what do you like most about Cheyenne and East High School?
Well, Cheyenne, I think, is just like a great big little town. It's got all the amenities of a bigger town, but it still has that small town feel. And East especially is just, a part of that community. And the East Triad and the East area of town to me are just kind of special because it's a very diverse area. There's a lot of pride in this side of town and living over here. And it just has great people.
Yep, absolutely.
I agree. So kind of a funny question. Who is your favorite superhero?
My son would be upset with me if I didn't say Captain Underpants. So definitely
Wow.
Captain Underpants.
Wow.
We've never heard
Yeah,
that
we have
before.
not heard that one
Well,
yet.
you gotta go outside the box. No, I'm not gonna pick a Marvel or a DC superhero. That's too predictable. Definitely Captain Underpants.
That's
Wow.
hilarious.
I like it.
Okay,
Yeah.
me too. Okay, so we're kind of in the holiday season, starting the holiday season, the first being Halloween. So here's a Halloween question for you. What is your favorite Halloween costume that you've ever worn? And what is your favorite Halloween candy?
So here's a funny story. I've never owned or worn a store-bought Halloween costume.
Wow.
When I was growing up, my mom always made them, or my dad would help me make one. So the most memorable one, I think, was I went as a Coke can one year.
That's
So,
pretty good.
Yeah, and yeah. And you could, bundle up underneath it. Nobody knew you had 15 layers on and snow pants on. So it worked out all right for
And
me.
it's original and funny. I like it.
Yeah.
What's your favorite Halloween candy?
That's a tough one. I mean, if you'd look at me, you'd know I don't say no to many candies at all. But
neither.
you know what? You know what's fun around Halloween? I wouldn't eat it any other time of the year, but around Halloween I would is candy corns and like something salty, like peanuts, like a mix of candy corn and peanuts.
I
Yeah,
like
I like
it.
that.
Yeah. I'm not a huge, I'm the same as you. I eat holiday stuff and I don't eat candy corns any other time, but during Halloween I chow on candy corns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My favorite's the candy corn pumpkins.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty tasty.
Yeah.
Pretty tasty. I don't go with Peeps at Easter, but other than that,
Oh, I love Peeps.
Do you love Peeps?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Other than that, I'm all about the seasonal candy.
Yeah.
So what is one of the most challenging things about being a principal?
Sometimes things get a little crazy. Sometimes it's a little hectic. So one of the hardest things is just staying positive, because I'm involved in some situations that aren't necessarily positive for students or parents or teachers, but those are the exception. They're not the rule. And so, I just always challenge myself to stay positive no matter what's going on, and to be a good influence and a positive individual and help people get things moving in the right direction.
I think that's the best way to handle stuff too, is just trying to be positive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you guys have a lot thrown your way and you always have a lot of irons in the fire and things coming at you from different directions. So we're pretty fortunate to have you and all of our administrative staff here. So
Yeah, it's a great team, and I'm proud to be a part of it.
good. So right now, what's on your playlist? What's your favorite jam right now? And what do you typically listen to?
Oh my gosh, I don't know why. I go in spurts, but right now I've been listening to a ton of Green Day because I'm old. And,
I like it.
And for some reason, I don't know if Alexa's like in a conspiracy against me, or Siri, whoever who would suggest me music, Spotify, whatever. But for some reason, I've been listening to a ton of Adele and Mumford & Sons, and I don't know why, but it keeps saying, "Hey, you want to listen to this?" And I'm like, "Yeah, sure, that sounds good."
Hilarious. Do you
Yeah.
even know who Green Day is, Sid?
Nope.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
you're a little
even
young.
know.
How about Adele? Adele's coming
Yeah,
out. Adele
know
has a
Adele.
new CD coming out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's
Yeah.
pretty current.
Yeah.
I can't remember any of her songs though.
Yeah.
but
She can belt
I've
it
heard-
out. She can
Hello
belt it
from
out.
the other side.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, I know
Okay.
that one. Yeah.
That's funny.
What is your favorite sports team?
I don't share this very often, but the Green Bay Packers are my favorite NFL team.
That's pretty good.
Not many people know that. Mr. Johnson knows it, so he makes fun of me a lot. So
Yeah. That's a good
I
team
don't-
to follow, though.
Yeah.
A lot of history. They're
Yeah.
good. They're
Yeah.
fun. I like it.
I had back in the day, I had the Green Bay Packers starter jacket.
Yeah.
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Sid wouldn't know about that either.
Yeah, no, the
Nope.
starter jackets, they're going to come back. I
They
think they're
will,
coming
yeah.
back. I
They
see them
will.
around once in a while. I've thought about
Mhm.
getting some East High. They're kind of an old satin button-up jacket. I mean, I like
Yeah.
them. Either that or the starter hooded pullover.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you. Okay, here's one for you. You're going to have to do some thinking on this. What was the last gift you gave somebody?
Oh my gosh. I don't know. Well, my son's birthday was just in October, so that would have been the last gift, and I gotta think what we gave him. I'm sure it was amazing.
Yeah.
My wife probably bought it.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
I'm sure she did a great job. So I'm gonna just go say whatever my wife got my son for his birthday.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
Nice. Okay, what is your go-to pizza order?
You know what? I'm old fashioned and I'm a simple kind of guy, so it's just a classic Parkway New York style cheese.
Wow.
Cheese,
Wow.
Yeah.
I have to have pepperoni on my pizza.
Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes
That's
the pepperoni messes it up, makes it a little too greasy. You know what I
Wow.
mean?
That's true, yeah.
Takes the grease factor over the top.
Yeah.
Sometimes the cheese is just
Straight
the way
up
to go.
cheese. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm a pepperoni, or I'm a beef and pepperoni too. I like that.
Yeah.
So what's your favorite pizza place? All of you, both of
I
you?
like Domino's.
Domino's.
Yeah.
It depends on what I'm in the mood for. If I need some thin crust, it's definitely Parkway, but sometimes you got to spice it up a little bit and go a little thicker. So,
Yeah. I kind of go. This kind of a lot of people don't do this, but Godfather's for me.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
That's not my favorite.
Yeah, it's my favorite.
It's one of the few places you can still get it. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, we're getting close to wrapping up with you, but share with us. Do you have a favorite mentor that has been an important part of your life and career?
Just my parents, really. Kind of my guiding light. They're both pretty amazing people, and they moved here to Cheyenne when they retired a couple years ago. So it's pretty awesome to have them around. But my mom's kind of fiery, for those people that know her, and my dad's a little bit more laid back, but always has sage advice. So I like to think that I'm a good mix of the two of them. But yeah, my parents.
That's good. That's good.
That's cool. And thanks for sharing all that stuff. And thank you for all you do for East High School.
Yeah, appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks so much for being on.
Okay, now for our next segment, we have Mrs. Rail with Tell Me Something Good.
On.
In what may have been the biggest moment of his career, Texas A&M kicker Seth Small scored a game-winning field goal to upset number 1 Alabama 41-38. But the 21-year-old college senior isn't the only one enjoying newfound fame. His family is going viral after they were filmed celebrating in the stands. Take a look. That was Rachel, Seth's wife, hurling the seats to get to her husband to congratulate him. You gotta love the joy she has watching her husband nail that game winner. With that, have a great week, East High School, and remember, be good to people.
Okay, guys, we're back, and we're super excited to have Trevor Eldridge here. He's one of our linemen for our football team, and we wanted to give our linemen some props. If you don't know a lot about football, the linemen kind of make things happen, but they never get props. Is that right, Trev?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah. We work hard to here at East, of course, with Coach Goff being a line guy. You guys get a little bit more, but the linemen is kind of what make things happen. And so we're excited to have you, and we're going to have some questions for you.
All right.
Okay, Sid's going to go ahead and start.
Okay, Trevor, what are your favorite hobbies or interests outside of sports?
I guess if I'm not really playing sports, I'm usually doing homework or maybe at a family event. Sometimes I hang out with friends, but during the season, usually you don't have much time for kind of hobbies, so you're just kind of doing what you got to do.
What other sports do you do?
I do wrestling and track as well.
Cool. And what is your favorite sport, all the sports you do?
I only wrestle and do track so I can be better at football, so I guess that one.
Nice. Football. I would have guessed that, I guess.
Yeah. Okay, kind of an easy question. What is your favorite color?
Blue.
Blue. That's it. We joked with Mr. Kirshner earlier because he said Carolina blue or Columbia blue was his favorite. We haven't had any other. I think we had one other color, but the first time someone says something besides blue or something that we really don't like, and you know what I mean, we're probably gonna have to kick them off the interview.
All right. Yeah.
Yep.
Do you have a coach or athlete that you look up to as a role model?
Just kind of a coach I've always looked up to is my dad. He's coached me he coached me when I was little, and then he kind of took a break. But when I got into high school, he kind of stepped back into that role, and I've just always looked up to him and respected him as a coach and a dad. Yeah,
and how's that dynamic? I know we talked to Gavin Goff a few weeks ago, and it's hard to have kind of be a player and have your dad coach at the same time, and you take, there's a lot of positives, but there are also some negatives as far as how people see those things and things you have to deal with. So I just want to say great job to you and to your dad as well, Coach Eldridge. He does a fantastic job, and you guys have handled that well ever since I've known you when you were little, and we appreciate all the hard work from both of you.
Appreciate it.
Okay, what are some reasons you like being part of a team sport?
I love football because you have to be part of the team. If one guy's out of sync, then it doesn't really work as well. and that's just kind of a fun thing, and it kind of builds up that brotherhood aspect of the whole thing, and it makes it feel like much more of a family.
For sure, for sure. Okay, Trav, so our next question is a pretty easy one here. What is your favorite, or what was your favorite Halloween costume you've ever worn?
I think I was in probably 6th grade. I wore a big old sumo suit. It was a big blow-up thing. I ran around. It ended up dying and got deflated about half an hour into the night, so it kind of sucked. But it was fun while it lasted.
That's perfect.
Okay, so back to football or any sport. What's your favorite part about competing?
Just the concept of kind of going up against somebody else and seeing it. Seeing what you're made of, and knowing if what if the work you've put into is paid off or not is really what it means to me.
Good. And because we're in the Halloween week here, we have another Halloween question for you. And I know that you have a lot of favorites because when you come to my house, you raid the candy bowl quite often. But what is your favorite Halloween candy?
Speaking of the candy bowl, you're out of Reese's, which will have to be my favorite candy.
Yeah, I did notice that. We had a lot of Reese's before you came over and no Reese's after you left.
Yeah.
I'm a Reese's fan as well.
I'll get you more Reese's. Coach.
Yeah. Sid, what's your favorite?
I like Kit Kats.
Yeah, I'm a Kit Kat fan. I pretty much like chocolate.
Yeah, me too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Trevor, how have you learned about teamwork from being on the team?
This team is just, we all have been friends since we were super little. Me and Garrett and Drew, we've all been friends since we were, grade school. So it's just that whole brotherhood aspect. And now we're being told to, put in effort for each other and, sacrifice for each other. And that just has built that up for a lot of us.
And kind of bouncing off that, Trev, that's good stuff. How does the team make you a better player?
Just keeping me in check, I get emotional during games and everybody kind of tells me, hey, shut up, do your job, kind of figure it out. So that's been a huge aspect of this season is just those guys having my back and keeping me in check. Sure.
Yeah, you guys have grown up together, and the majority have been together for a long time, whether they're the same age as you or a year older or a year younger. And so it's a pretty fun dynamic, and it's been fun to watch for us as well.
Yeah, that's really cool. So what is your favorite professional team in any sport?
Well, I've been accused of being a bandwagon fan. So for the safety of my pride, I'm just going to go with the Broncos for now.
I like who's your bandwagon team?
Oh, Cardinals.
Cardinals?
I love A.J. Green. I've loved J.J. Watt, and now they're on the same team. It's just perfect.
Yeah, that's okay. That's all right. It's fun to watch good teams. I'm a Broncos fan, too, and I'm starting to like the Bills more because I can't hardly watch the Broncos anymore because I'm starting to hate them.
Okay, what's your favorite song?
Ooh, my favorite song? I got to say Radioactive. I've been listening to that since it came out when I was a little kid, so it's never really gotten old for me. So I gotta say that one.
By Imagine Dragons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, and always on the back burner is Thunderstruck, I'm sure.
Oh yeah.
Here's a tough one for you. You're gonna have to think about it. What was the last gift you gave somebody?
I haven't given it to him yet, but I ordered my little brother like a little flag, like an OSU flag for his bedroom. I haven't given it to him. His birthday's on the 1st, so I will give him a gift, but I ordered it last night, so I'm gonna count that.
Ooh, I know your little brother's on social media, so you better hope he doesn't listen to T-Bird Talk.
Oh, he's the one that sent me the link for that.
Yeah, that's trouble. He may have let the cat out of the bag.
Yeah.
Okay, what is your favorite food, and do you have like a pregame meal?
My favorite food, probably chicken. I love chicken, just any kind of meat. And my pregame meal, if my friends weren't so cheap, would definitely be Panera, but they always refuse to go to Panera, so I end up just eating KFC or something.
Nice. Trev, what do you want to do after high school? What do you want to do in college?
I would love to play college athletics, whether that be football or any kind of athletics that can find me. I would love to give that a shot and see how where I stand in that. But just get an education and end up getting into the workforce and going into the real world.
Nice.
That's cool. So kind of the last question, you have playoffs this week. What is different about like the playoff time versus regular season?
A lot more, you have to be a lot more refined, no really time for mistakes or little hiccups every once in a while. We're kind of being really hammered into perfection. And, since you've played the team that you're playing now, you definitely have to be just really good at what you do, not kind of less trickery and all that, just more what you can do and be good at that.
Yeah, and it's kind of a new intensity, isn't it?
Mhm.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a new intensity come playoff time for everybody. Whether you're no matter what the sport is, when you get into regionals and state or playoffs, it's a whole new level. So,
Right.
well, we really thank you for coming on the show with us. It's been super fun. Not only watching you this year, but all the years. You're an amazing kid, and you're doing great you always do great for our school and for our teams. And we love how hard you work, and we love the leadership you show. So kudos to you, and good luck this Friday.
Thank you, Coach.
Yeah, good luck.
Thanks, Sydney.
Okay, guys, we're back with our next segment, and we're super excited to have Grayson here for Grayson's Giggles. Grayson, what do you have for us this week?
Since Halloween is in 3 days, my joke is, why are skeletons so calm?
Okay, why are skeletons so calm?
Because nothing gets under their skin.
Okay, Grayson, that's a pretty good one. Thanks so much, and we'll see you next week.
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween, everybody. Okay, guys, that concludes this week's episode of T-Bird Talk. We'd like to thank all of our guests. First, I'd like to thank Sid the Kid for she's doing a great job with this. And as always, we're going to be getting bigger and better as we go on. I'd like to thank our special guests, Mr. Kirshner, our associate principal, for being on, and Trevor Eldridge for being on this week's show, as well as our regulars, Mrs. Rell with Tell Me Something Good, and Grayson with Grayson's Giggles. We can't wait to talk to everybody again. It's going to be an exciting week. Best of luck once again to all of our T-Birds and their activities and events this week, and we will see everybody next week.